What up? Exact. That's my homie from way back in the day, as we were just talking about. But anyways,
Yes.
we have the board of directors in the building. We got Michael in the building.
What's up, yo?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. Jabari, good to see you.
How y'all doing out there?
All right. And Gerard, he was over there dropping bars a few minutes ago.
Yo.
So, the board of directors, what is that all about?
Well, the board of directors is a mentoring organization. It's a group of friends. It's authors. It's mentors. We're three guys who became friends over lunch conversations, and our conversations led to things the guys talk about: women, cars, money, sports, guy stuff. So from there, we realized we had three different backgrounds. Myself coming from a two-parent home, Jabari from a single father home, Mike from a single mother home, but we all came up with the same idea and the same foundation, what we believed it took to be a man. So from there, we decided the best way for us to kind of share what it is that we knew would be to write a book, and that's how The Makings of a Man came about.
Did y'all grow up together?
No.
Nope, not at all.
When did y'all become friends?
We all met at work
Okay, cool.
It's like, 10 years ago now?
about 10 years ago.
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all got a
Ten
little,
County.
little life on you.
Got a little bit of life together.
little something.
So we done seen babies get born and everything.
Oh, God daddies and all that good stuff.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's up. So y'all, who came up with the idea to make the book, to write the book?
Well, we know it wasn't Mike.
Yeah, it definitely was Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, why you saying that, Gerard?
Because I can't remember if it was me or Mike, me or Jabari, but when we brought it to Mike, he was like, I don't know about that.
He said, nah, dog.
Why you say you ain't know about that?
Because I didn't consider myself to be a writer at all. These guys, like Jabari, is a major in English.
Okay.
So he's a wonderful writer. Jabari, that's his Gerard, that's his passion is writing. He write all the time. Myself, no, no. So when they brought it up, I was like, nah, we can't do that. We can't do that. But the way they convinced me, they told me that I had a lot of great ideas. If I just get them down on paper, they would fix it.
Everybody got a story.
It was more so that we said you like to talk, so just
you
take
like to
the
talk.
say on paper.
So as he was talking, somebody was typing.
Just write down what you talk.
Right.
Let me twist my words up there. You said a lot of great ideas.
Them voice recorders be coming in handy. Because you be having a thought and you can't write it down fast enough. You just speak it into the mic.
That's right. That's right.
So y'all wrote the book together.
Yes.
Yes.
Who wrote the preface?
We all did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all did. Because the way the preface is designed is we introducing ourselves to the world, to who we are. So we all individually talked about our stories growing up. So I talked about my life as being coming from a single parent home with just my mother, and how that affected me as a child, and how that rolled into my my manliness.
Madness.
Yeah.
That's all right. Madness. I get
It's a
it.
new word. I like that.
So how did that affect you?
What's that? Single mom?
Single mom.
Well, you're told that when your mother is raising you, that you're unable to really find out what a man is about because the mother can't teach you, and it is accurate. She can't. But mother, she taught me very well how to be a great gentleman. She told me how to have a
Yes,
lot
we
of.
just witnessed that. Great gentleman. The makings of a gentleman.
That's right. That's right. And she taught me a lot of good etiquette, but there were a lot of things that I was experiencing with myself that she couldn't teach me because she was unaware of, because she never experienced it herself.
Right.
And without having a man in the home there, day by day, I struggled, and I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. I didn't know who I was because my father wasn't there. I didn't have anybody to follow with to ask questions or questions too. So the way I dealt with it was to bottle it up or just be angry.
Right. Right.
And we witnessed a lot of kids, and that's what they experience when they come from that situation. Luckily, she did expose me to a lot of men in the church. They helped, but because they were so inconsistent in me seeing them and spending enough time with them, the effects were there, but only temporary.
Has that helped with how y'all do things as far as like being consistent in a young man's life?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We recognize that being there for a short amount of time is not the solution.
All right. Where's My Daddy by the Baby Jumper? That's true. Consistency is the key to everything. And I think that people are looking for that in any kind of relationship. And yeah.
You just can't show up with gifts on Christmas. You think it's all good. You just can't show up with gifts on Christmas and
Right.
think it's all good.
Right.
You need to show up on Tuesday in June.
That's right. And you don't need to have them gifts. Just have yourself there.
show
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
You can show up.
Provide yourself.
I don't know how to turn that down.
What's that? The music?
Yes.
Is it music? Is it music or is it poetry?
Oh, it's poetry.
Do all of y'all have sons?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Nice.
That's what's up. They all around the same age?
No, they're all right. Yeah.
We got them all. We got teenagers,
Preteens.
preschool.
Okay. Hello, Gail and Mommy and Sierra. What's happening? If y'all wanted to share the show, you can go to Freethinkers radio page and share the Facebook.
Social media directors handling that.
Sharice, we need to talk, Sharice. That's what's up.
And wearing clothes that exposes your body parts just to get attention
Jabari and Ye's
is not
next
what's
question.
best.
Yeah.
And young males don't understand.
So you kept trying to jump in. And then I was like, nah, I got this. I even leaned over. I was like, nah, I got this stuff.
So what?
About to elbow you in your side.
Start in our ear. Are we on commercial?
And nobody showed him how to wear his clothes on him properly. So now,
Not only did you stay on the mic, he got in your frame.
Yeah, I was like, yo, let me do it right. Let me do it right here, dog.
a real man should be trying
upstage.
to show him little
You like that, Sierra? Hey, Auntie.
having to pick up
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too. They need some more light on me though, cause I look very chocolatey.
Ain't nothing wrong with
I know ain't nothing wrong with a little chocolate, but you know.
See it better though.
I look like my mama put Vaseline all over my face. Sent me outside.
He's shining.
Exactly.
working 3 jobs and doing
And you were raised in a single father household?
a load that was built for 2 people. And if it had not been for her relationship with the Lord, she
I look fine, Mrs. Kyles. Mrs. Kyles is over
but
there.
God kept her,
What up, D?
pressing her way, and she anticipates the day that God will bring Daddy back home again.
See, you didn't want the
So
headphones, and now you got music, and you
please,
can't bob your head.
Come back
good.
home.
Because I go in, my brother.
Oh, snap. Wait a minute. We gonna have to give you a little moment there. Give you a little minute of it now, huh?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I don't know. I think he got something in there, right? You know what I'm saying? Said he don't
Got
be
something.
writing
I
this
don't know.
stuff.
Something you want to
You
hear.
don't know if I gonna, oh, never mind then.
It might go
Bird
left. It might go left.
You don't encourage crazy people to do crazy things.
just- He squashed that dream. Sorry, Michael.
I will do it. I will do it.
Not on Stop the Silence.
They had to pull me up from singing like on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to jump right into it, boy. So
It be that way sometimes. We are back. Stop the Silence, and we are talking to the board of directors about their mentorship organization and their book that they wrote. There are 2 books, The Makings of a Man and The Makings of a Dream, and maybe a third. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know why I keep throwing that out there.
We appreciate
Something
those
about
ideas though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep
In
those on the back
time,
burner. So Jabari, you said you were raised in a single parent home. Your dad. So what have you and Michael ever talked about what the difference was between that? Between a single mother household and a single father household?
Well, no, not really. We not specifically.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we
we
talk
haven't said that.
here and there, but not specifically. No. Okay. Well, my mom was there. She died when I was in the 9th grade of breast cancer.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So from that point on, it was my dad and my 2 brothers who were 10 years older than me. So it was like I had 3 dads.
Yeah,
in the house.
3 daddies in the house. My 3 dads.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it was a little intense sometimes, but
I bet,
yeah,
yeah.
but I made it through. But yeah, it's different. I mean, your dad, when he's there, he tries to fill the role as we as men don't really do well with emotions too much.
Right.
So I didn't get that too much growing up. But it was a good household though. Yeah, and I always say a lot that the dynamics of my family. My dad came from a really white collar family, and my mom was from a real blue collar family. So I kind of got a little taste of everything coming up.
Right.
So it was a pretty interesting childhood. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Gerard,
What's up?
how did you do in your household?
My household. Well, if you let them tell it, I grew up like on the Cosby Show. Or
Cosby
something.
Show.
Yeah, he did.
But I had mom and dad, and pretty much on both sets of sides of the family, it was everybody had mom and dad. It wasn't something that I experienced where you had a single parent situation really growing up, and it was a long time before I really understood what impact a missing parent, whether it be through death or through voluntarily leaving, has on a family, and especially in young men, because the things I took for granted, having my dad there to ask questions, to have that guidance even when I didn't ask for it, it's just those things that I took for granted. I just assumed that other people had, or some way, shape, or form was manifested in their life, and it wasn't.
Right.
So it took me a long time to really understand that impact, and it led me to the point where I had the question, and I've had this conversation with Mike a lot about how do you make that choice to be different. If you grow up without your father, or your father was not a positive impact in your life, how do you make that decision to say, I'm not going to be like that? Because a lot of times we imitate what we see.
Yeah.
So if you don't see a good example, then how do you decide to be a good example? So, and it's something I'm not sure I've completely understood or gotten the answer to yet, but it's just something that's always intrigued me, which I think led to my interest in actually doing what we're doing today with the board of directors.
Right.
And I guess y'all probably want to know what the answer is.
Yeah, I was coming to you. You felt me, didn't you? You felt me. I was like, Muh.
And I told you, Roy, for me, I just decided that I didn't want to be like him. I didn't want to bring a child into the world and have them feel what I'm feeling or what I felt at that time with him walking out on me like that. And it really is just a choice. It's not an easy choice at all, because it's so easy to do exactly what your father do. You idolize your father so much. You want to be like him so much. Even when he does the wrong things, it's the right thing for you. And you feel like if he's doing that, then that's what I'm supposed to do. And it's ingrained into you. It's subconsciously ingrained into you. And those are the things you want to do. But you have to consciously make a decision. And I consciously made a decision when I was little that I didn't want to do that to anybody else. I didn't want to be that type of guy.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Now, it hasn't been easy.
Yeah, I imagine not.
I fought a lot of demons getting to that point. Because, when you don't have a father there, you deal with a lot. You see a lot. You experience a lot. And you make a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, you kind of like have to raise yourself by trial and error.
Yeah, exactly. And even though my mother was there to guide me, like I said, she only can taught me how to be well-mannered.
Right.
She didn't tell me how to deal with my emotions as a man.
Wow, that's true. That's true. And I can kind of feel you about like having both parents and then looking at other people and seeing that, I was naive as a child. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I thought everybody had mom and daddy and everything, but that just wasn't the case. And that was revealed more and more as I got older. Like, wait a minute, something ain't right, which made me try to make better decisions about what type of child I was being to my parents. So, but we're going to go to Chanel Wilkes. She has some, because we're talking about the makings of a man, and some things that I don't think that a lot of men or young guys get a chance or an opportunity to learn is about, like, going to interviews and things of that nature. I'm sure y'all probably do stuff like that with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Actually, this Saturday coming up, we've got our Manhood Academy where we're talking about job preparedness.
Nice.
That's what's up.
So we're going to make some resumes and learn some interview posture and tie some neckties.
Well, maybe you can add a little more. Tell people what you do for a living.
That's right.
So I work in HR. I've been doing that for 22 years, and I prepare people for jobs. So the things that I want to tell young men are to, when you make a phone call to look for employment, you need to have a pen ready, a piece of paper, not be flushing the toilet in the background.
Now, these things really happen. Everything she says,
I believe it.
Yes. Also, be on time for the interview. Don't bring your children with you. Don't have smoke black and mild behind your ear. Your pants sagging with your underwear showing. Your baby mama calling, asking, anything about your employment. It's a resume, not a resume.
I'm glad she's starting with the basics.
Seriously, I mean, the things that we take for granted knowing because our parents taught us. A lot of people just don't know. So they come in, they see your candy jar, they pour the candy out, they look for the candy they want, they start smacking on it, they leave the paper on the desk. I mean, the kids, they urinate in the seats while they're waiting on the parents. They have the baby carriage that they're carrying. They're coming in 2 hours late with an attitude, wondering why they can't get a job when they aren't honest about their background check. Check into the expungement process. Find out what you need to do to get your record clean, or who will hire a felon. Don't be mad at me because I can't at this time. So basically, I just want to tell people to tell the next person. I want to I tell people, don't wear stilettos, young ladies. Don't come in your fishnet. Don't come in. Take your grill out before you come in if you can. I mean, some of the basic things that don't come in asking for the black girl. Find out the person's name you spoke with, things like that. So just be prepared, and us as people who know better, we need to teach the next man how to do better. That's what I would suggest.
Sounds like they need to show up on Saturday at 10 o'clock.
For real.
Yes.
Where
we
Right.
111 Dr. Circle, Columbia, South Carolina, right behind Richland Memorial. I'm old school, so it's Palmetto Richland. But Richland Memorial, when I was born, it was called Richland Memorial.
Yes.
Okay. And what all? Yeah. So y'all just be talking about being prepared for interviews and what else?
Yeah. Basically, making sure that you are prepared to go in and be in a position where you're best suited to get a job.
Right.
A lot of the things you were just talking about, you would think they would be common sense, but a lot of people just don't know.
people don't know.
And you'd be amazed also, and particularly what we do, how many young men don't know how to tie a necktie, like a real live necktie. Like they're in there with a
think a lot
clip
of people
on.
know how to
And I
tie
mean,
it.
a clip on, hey, if that's all you can do, show up to your
Live it
interview
on.
with a clip on.
Right.
That's right.
But let's take this thing to another level.
Right.
Let's vibrate a little bit higher and get an actual real live necktie.
And
y'all
will
gonna-
y'all be helping with resumes, like right then and there?
Us personally,
No.
but
You
we
have
have a
people?
guest. Yeah,
Okay.
Ariel Crawford will be there with us to do things of that sort. That she has that expertise, I guess you could say.
Nice.
We specialize in tying neckties.
We do that very well.
We show you this
Chanel
full
also does
Wednesday.
it too.
Yeah.
She helps with resumes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's helped me with a lot of things.
Yeah.
She's very, very professional. Yeah.
22 years in HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Look,
you see
You
better
done seen
than
it all.
Sometimes
Doing a lot
time
of
don't
things.
mean nothing. You would think.
Yeah.
Teach people to make their Facebook page private too.
Right.
And
Yes, that's
yeah, you
exactly
have to
right.
be that's just it. Social media is so hot. Like you have to be mindful of what you're saying on there, the pictures that you're showing,
right.
because a lot of employers, they look at that stuff.
Yes, they
do.
A lot of people done got fired
Yes,
from
yes.
some stuff that somebody wrote on social
Yeah.
media. So yeah, I hope y'all bring that up too.
And be prepared to take a drug screen. When you go take your drug screen, don't forget what's in your pocket. Because if you're going to take a drug test and you lay something on there that's illegal, you may have, repercussions.
All right, talking about, we'll be with you in just a minute.
Stay right there.
Just stay right.
Right. Oh my goodness. So, how long did it take you all to write the book?
The first book was
Yes,
about
the first
what?
About a year.
About 12 months, 11 months.
It might have been
11,
10
12.
months or so.
But 10 was, it was hit and miss. We had a lot of life that happened in between
Right.
writing that first book. So it took us a little longer to write the first one.
Did the having the mentorship influence a lot of the things written in that book, or was this just basically about y'all's personal?
Yeah, we actually wrote the book before the mentorship program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The mentorship program just basically spawned from the book, almost kind of naturally. I don't even know how we didn't really figure it out at first. But when we wrote the book, people said, well, since you wrote a book on manhood, why don't you come speak to these young men? And then we were just like, well, since we got a book on manhood and we spoken, a few times, why not just start a mentorship program?
Yeah, we had no intentions of mentoring kids when we first wrote the book.
Wow.
That wasn't our thought process at all. We were strictly about doing something to get the knowledge out about what we had, about our life experiences together, and what we saw as the fundamentals of manhood. Put that out and then sell it, make a bunch of money, kick our feet up, and go chill on the island.
It's the overnight celebrity.
Yeah. And that was our thought process. But of course, God had a different plan for us.
All right.
And we ended up mentoring kids, and we're not known to be public speakers originally. It took a lot of effort, a lot of work to get to it, but we're passionate about what we do.
Right.
We love being in front of the kids, and we love teaching them. And talking about what we know and who we are is easy.
Right. Right.
So it made it very simple for us to get up there and start talking to the kids about manhood.
When you all started speaking to the kids, what grew from that? Like, was it just your ability to speak in public? What grew from that? Like, did y'all have more people coming into the mentorship program, or what?
Well, I think it led to, I guess, growth as far as other things that we offered. Like when we first started out, we were offered opportunity to go to Sanders Middle School, where we started at.
I used to go there.
Back when it was Keenan.
Back no,
when it's
it
Keenan.
was Sanders.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about Sanders in Greenview.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We talking about the Sanders is where
Yeah.
Keenan used to be.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
But from there, it kind of grew into different opportunities. Like people would have workshops. We go speak at a workshop, or be a guest speaker at a high school for in the auditorium, have an assembly.
Right.
So things.
So it
things
just
like that.
opened up
Yeah.
different opportunities.
Basically.
Okay.
Like we said, we thought it was going to be one thing, and there was other plans for
That's
us.
how it is. It's always a seed, and once
Yeah.
you plant that thing in the good ground,
That's right.
Just
man, all kind of stuff be
That's right.
sprouting
As
out.
long as
all
you make sure
kind
you
of
water
doors.
and fertilizing it.
You better nourish that thing for it die on you now. That's right. Use the voice recorder.
That's right.
That's right. Get it out. You got to get it out. That's what's up. This is so great. So how long have y'all been doing this to date?
7 years now.
Yeah, it's
7
been, it's been about
years.
7, 6
Wow.
Mhm. Six
That's
and a
what's
half.
up.
Yeah, Mr. Accurate over there. Yeah,
Oh,
Six
we
and a half.
formed the LLC in August of 2010.
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, we're looking forward to hearing more things from you all. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Next, we got Future coming up. He's a poet out of Detroit.
I was about to say what?
Which future?
What's the real future?
No, not that Future. Somebody was talking about how good his CD was, and I was just Future. I was just on the YouTube, just trying to. I was like,
You don't like Future,
oh
man?
yeah, no.
You just dropped a new one too. You dropped a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to the Fat Joe and Remy Ma album.
You'd rather listen to that?
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Oh, how's that? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I like it. Man.
Really?
Yeah, I like that song.
See, I
It's not playing.
Every about 10 years, they drop a hit, boy.
Sierra said, I used to be a recruiter, and I had someone come in for an interview and answer their phone while I was going over their app and test in my face. Veronica Ham. To call your friend. Sister-in-law, Terry Soon. Why you in? It's not.